Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. And welcome back to the Ash Talks Football. It's international break now, so we're going to sort of review one part of the season that, you know, um, caught me by surprise, especially at the start. And that is, we're going to talk about Liverpool. And yeah, Arteta is in the thumbnail. I'm going to link it back to Arteta. There is a reason why he's there, not just because I hate the guy. And, well, not hate, but, hate the guy as a manager. But yeah, if you're new around here, like, sub, and share the content around. Just reached 170 recently, so big up to everyone who's done that. 180 is the next target now, so if you're like I said, the usual, just help the channel grow in any way, shape, or form, whether that's putting a comment in, liking, sharing it around. And yeah, I'm gonna talk about Arne's slot on Liverpool because I was a bit probably, guess you could say, ignorant maybe, um, to see that Liverpool. Well, I said that Liverpool wouldn't be up there challenging. I think that I said there will be a massive, not a massive fall, but a slight fall off. There won't be a massive sort of gap though, because there were some good players that Jurgen Klopp had left. Because Jurgen Klopp, let's be real, he's one of the best managers to ever be in the Premier League in my lifetime. Yeah, he should have won more, but that's a whole different video in itself. Arne Slott's come in. He had a good reputation from, I think was it Feyenoord or PSV? I think it was Feyenoord. I think he even won the league there. I'm not too sure. Correct me in the comments if I'm mistaken. But he came in with a good reputation. Even Spurs were linked to him at one point. There was question marks whether the camp would be happy, I think, because Salah, Van Dijk, and Trent's contract situation. But Arne Slott's come in, and barring the blip from Nottingham Forest, he has been flawless. And I guess you could say they maybe should have won the game at the Emirates, but at the same time, so should we. That's a whole, like I said, that's a whole different video in itself. That's probably for the fan cam that I made for that video. But look, to be fair to Liverpool, they're at the moment, I guess you could maybe say run away with it. I think if they beat Manchester City and if they show what they can do against Real Madrid in the Champions League, they can definitely win this league. Although their squad maybe not, because they got to have some improvements because they only signed Chiesa. If Liverpool beat Manchester City, even though, and considering the form that Man City are in right now, I think they've won they lost 4 games in a row. Liverpool have every right to say that they can win this league, and I'm confident that their board will look at this surely and see, right. Although like, they're not the best board, let's be real. For FSG have a pretty bad reputation. They will go into that window thinking, right, we're so and so. I think they're 10 points clear of Arsenal. I think I'm not sure on the exact points tally between them and Manchester City. I haven't looked now because I think because when Man City lost to Brighton, they're 5 points clear at the top. Let's say they beat Manchester City, that's 8 points clear. And then Man City may drop points because I think Man City have got a pretty tough run, I believe. I think they got Aston Villa, they got Manchester United, who are now under Ruben Amorim. They will definitely go to that window thinking, right, our squad isn't good enough. If Gravenberg gets injured, who's going to be there? If any of the defence gets injured, there's Kwanzaa there, but he's a young player. If Mo Salah gets injured, because Jota's injured at the moment as well. Yeah, they got Chiesa, but I'm not sure he's even fit. They have every right to be winning this league, and there's things that I've been seeing on Twitter, especially from Arsenal fans, about how they see Man City as their biggest threat. But even though when we were in this position 2 years ago, they were begging for respect. Let's be real, because I guess rightly so, because the way that we were playing football was great, and if I'm being real, I miss that kind of football. Yeah, their football isn't as exciting this season. It's more sort of controlled, which is why they haven't been panning teams as much. By Leverkusen, I think last week, and that's another thing as well. They're saying that Liverpool haven't beat anyone. They played Chelsea, beat them. They went to the Emirates, they got a draw. They beat Manchester United comfortably. Who else did they beat? They beat Leverkusen, and they're about to play Man City and Real Madrid. And they also beat Aston Villa at the weekend. if in my opinion right now, I think Liverpool beat Real Madrid. I think they beat Manchester City if they were to play right now, but whether Man City pick up their form again, who knows? Because at the moment without Rodri, they look a shambles, and I think they will be going into the January transfer window as well to see what they can do. But yeah, and the reason why I'm going to bring Arteta into this is because this is Arne Slot's first season. If Arne Slot wins the league, or even minimum, take it to the last month, let's say April, and let's say, I don't know, they got let down by their board, that is a sackable offence for Mikel Arteta in itself because we're supposedly in phase five. They they're in their first year in a rebuild and they're losing key players, and that's obviously a thing that's been probably on the owner's minds as well. So if Arne Slot was to win the league or put up a good challenge, meanwhile we finished eighth in our first season, and then the season after, and we never challenged to what the third full year, I should say. Then what more can I say about Mikel Arteta that I haven't said already? But yeah, that's it from me. Remember, like, sub, and share the content around. There'll be more videos in this international break. Depends on what news goes on. I was going to talk about the David Coote thing in detail because it's not worth it, really. Not worth talking about referees and if and what could happen to others. I'll just put a little comment out there. But yeah, that's it from me. Remember, like, sub, and share, and I'll see you lot in a bit.